Happy Wednesday. Coming to you from my favorite chair, my favorite place, my little corner of the world. Give you a little idea of what it looks like here. Just a private little place. I pray here. Do you pray? Why should you care? Why should I care? Right? A lot of craziness in this world. The American presidential campaign season is just full of stupidity. I call it stupidity. You may call it something else. We have people attacking each other with lies that everybody knows, including themselves, when they say it. This very medium that you and I are talking on right now gives us instant access to fact check different things that people say immediately. And when we share something that's of high interest to us from somebody we trust, and it turns out to be false, so what? Why should I care? Just don't do it all the time. There's a saying, always speak the truth, but don't always be speaking it. Kind of poignant, don't you think? There's a lot of fervor. There's a lot of things going on. Mother Earth is grumbling. Italy got hit, central Italy got hit with some serious earthquakes. Haven't for a few years. People got hurt. I don't know if people got killed yet. But people didn't warn them either, as far as we can tell. My news sources. That's a tragedy. We have a network around the world of sensors that can pretty accurately predict earthquakes and such things within days of it actually occurring. And yet we have people out there who are very good at this and very consistent. I've followed one of them with great interest because he's right every time. Every time. For 2 years now. He's right every time, within a day or two. You know, when you're talking about Mother Earth and an earthquake and stuff like that, what's a day or two? You know? He gives you like the 7-day warning. Sometimes he knows something's going to go off, and he gives you the 2-day notice. You better listen to the 2-day notice. He doesn't say it lightly. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's saying. He doesn't say it. He's always telling the truth. The guy's name is Dutch Since. S-I-N-C-E, I think. Look him up on YouTube. If you're along the coasts of anywhere in the world, you should be listening to him. You should be paying attention. So today we're talking a little bit about this week, about ourselves and the issues we're dealing with. I hope you had a chance to listen to the recording from Monday. Thank you for the hearts. I don't have my glasses on, or I would thank you independently because I can't see your names. So maybe I'll just put my glasses back on. Lots of hearts. Thank you. Patty and Jim and Seema, thank you for joining me. All three of you are new today, I believe. And Patty says you must be thinking about Dutch. Yes, I am talking about Dutch Since. We have a responsibility to ourselves as human beings. You have a responsibility to yourself as a human being. Hi, Rita. And that responsibility is to be truthful with yourself. Be who you are. Well, what if you can't be who you are? What if you don't know who you are? What if all the things that are going on in your life just keep you spinning in so many directions you have no concept of who you are, or why you are, right? I come across that every so often. For those of you who are new, listen to this. I created a question and answer sequence that stops PTSD and suicide and a whole host of other repetitive behaviors that are not disorders, by the way, online, kind of like what we're doing right now. And in my business and working with my clients all over the world, 12 countries now, 24 U.S. states, one thing that's consistent in what we do is we do the opposite that current psychotherapeutic behavioral sciences utilize. We do the opposite. And it works every single time. And for those of my clients, me included, I'm a lifelong self-sabotager myself. It helps us find who we really are. Who we really are. And that center part of who our life, or what our life can be. And that is profound. Profound inner peace comes from that. Once you have that, all this stuff around you is not as important anymore. All the stuff about the U.S. political jargon that's going on right now, I click hide on my Facebook. I don't even read it. Good, bad, or indifferently. I don't read it. I don't watch television anymore at all. It's all filters. It's all designed with a message for us. And I don't do it. I don't go there anymore. Well, Philip, thanks for dropping in. And maybe you're having that kind of day today where nothing makes sense again. And you just got to ask, just ask yourself, why should I care? Nobody seems to care about me. Why should I care about them? Well, you were at the seashore, and there was a starfish on the edge of the water. Why should you care? That starfish would certainly care about you picking it up and throwing it out into the ocean and saving its life. Would it take that much? No. The longest journey begins with a single step. Maybe today's the day you step. You reach out for someone who can help you stop all this spinning in your head, all these repetitive behaviors. Those of us with PTSD and TBI and sexual trauma and those types of things, all the stuff that you guys can remember, maybe even in this moment in time, watching me, is not what drives all your behaviors. That instance in time is being driven by something else farther back in time. Usually early childhood, what we find consistently. So if you could find that, break in the back door of a memory that's amnesic, all the other stuff, like a chain of Christmas tree lights, string of Christmas tree lights, would be unplugged. All of them go out. All the energy involved in that gets turned off. So how does that work? Well, in simple terms, there's an on-off switch back there that develops around 6 to 8 years old, we found. And if something significantly of high emotional value, which was amnesic, occurred to you before that, when your on-off switch or your ability to stop repetitive thoughts becomes mature, it takes over that. So you disconnect from the knowledge that it even exists. So it's bad enough that you can't find it. You don't know that it was ever there. So you can't stop it. When we're doing CR, it's way different. You know? And I'm not going to answer personal responses to what I'm talking about today, but if you want to reach out to me, have a discussion, either chat through PM me or something on here, that's great. I'm not going to talk about it on live. You know, when we deal with stuff, we have a tendency, let me go here for one of the persons that commented. We have a tendency to put it aside or hide it or figure out a way to get active doing something else. Well, that tells our body that every time they bring up that particular memory solicits this kind of a response, and it will keep doing it as long as you like it, because the body thinks you like it. Your subconscious doesn't know good from bad, like or dislike. It only knows the body's reaction to these memories, okay? And if you react in the same way each time the memory comes up, it creates a repetitive behavior. Well, what's a repetitive behavior? Have you ever made a New Year's resolution on New Year's Eve and break that resolution before you went to bed that very night? We pretty well all do that. Then the next year you did it again, and the next year again. 2 or more times that you make a conscious decision to do something without, hi Harry, I think you're on the road. Thank you for listening in. A ho for North Dakota. So we're talking about repetitive behaviors. So if you make these decisions, conscious decisions to 2 or more times to do something and do not follow up, a diet and you don't lose weight, quit smoking for 2 hours, all those kinds of things are not disorders, okay? I quit smoking 2.5 packs a day after 33 years, cold turkey, period, threw it away. Okay? It's not an addiction. It's a repetitive behavior, and your body thinks it's normal for you to have that behavior. Behaviors can be changed. Behaviors can be modified. And that's what we're talking about today is, why should I care? I'm to that point where I don't care anymore. Well, I want you to consider caring for a little bit longer. And read about repetitive behavior cellular regression. Google it. Google me, Terry Earthwind Nichols. I've said that on other lives. I'm an open book. Okay? I am a human just like everybody else. I've bounced checks and I've had other problems. I've quit jobs and I've been fired from jobs. You're not looking for a saint, you're looking for answers. My people all over the world might have those answers for you. Evolutionaryhealer.com is where I want you to go and read about the CR process. Good morning, Harry. It's powerful and it's consistent. Let me give you some ideas. Veteran, combat, non-combat, sexual trauma, military sexual trauma, suicide ideation. I've stopped a person in the throes of suicide, had him sit in a chair for 3 hours without any emotion and find what's driving them. Okay? I have PhDs, psychologists, social workers, non-high school graduate laborers, grown up poor, grown up rich. Okay? 6 different languages all over the world, male, female. Indian, black, white. No Asians yet. But I got time. I'm telling you this because the consistency of this is worth noting. We can make a change. You can care. So I want you to care for a little bit longer and reach out to the evolutionary healer people. You can get the contact information on the website. You don't need me talking about it. Care. Something nice for somebody. Start out with the next person you see. Give them the most loving, open, genuine smile that the possibility of you doing. That's caring. And feel what your body feels when you do that. Thanks, everybody. Friday, we're going to talk more about caring and not caring. 1 p.m. Eastern. Bless you all. Have a good day.